Hi guys, so we are here today with Harry Jowsey. If you don't know who he is, you are obviously living under a rock because he is the ultimate stud. He is from, was it first? Heartbreak
Island.
Got it. And then Too Hot to Handle, and now he's just blowing up all over the place. Covers with Men's Fitness and just everywhere. So get to know Harry. So Harry, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I guess people mainly know me from Too Hot to Handle because that was kind of where everything kicked off because it was a Netflix show. It kind of happened in quarantine, so it was really, really lucky. Like it was when everyone was at home, which is kind of crazy for like a TV show or anything like that because so many people were like locked in on that. But then yeah, ever since that, I've just been just figuring shit out.
Really?
this influencer space has been really, really interesting, especially moving from like a small town in Australia to over here.
Got it. So when you did Too Hot to Handle, did you know that you were going to be the breakout star of the show? Or like, I mean, because I watched the show and there's really only one guy that I remember from it, and it's you. And I'm not even just saying that because you're here as my guest. Like, I'm dead serious.
Oh, really?
Of course, yeah. So did you already know that that was like going to happen for you, or were you like, I had to kind of create this blueprint so I'm like this, heartthrob, or was it just natural for you?
Well, I kind of just went in. So like on these reality shows, people are so worried about how they're gonna come off.
Yeah.
So they're like, when the camera's on them, they're very like robotic because they don't want to say anything that's gonna get them in trouble. But I just went in and I was like, look, like I actually don't give a fuck. So whatever happens is gonna like go, like it's either gonna be good or bad.
Yeah.
So like as much good shit there was of me, there was also like a bunch of bad shit as well. Cause like because I did a show before, I was like, none of us are gonna be friends after this. I just know how it works. Like I walked in and I said that to all the guys. I was like, look, none of us are gonna be friends.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna talk shit about you guys. Hopefully you talk shit about me. Just when you're in that confession room, just remember I'm the only one talking shit about you. So then people start talking shit, and then obviously that equals like more airtime. But yeah, I honestly had no idea. I think it was just because like I just had that like I actually don't give a fuck attitude. Like the worst thing that can happen is I just go home.
Yeah.
And everyone was kind of just like there was some people on parole, people had kids, like
parole.
Yeah, no, I don't know how he got on the show. There was like,
did their like ankle bracelets start beeping when they went outside the villa?
No, when they found out that they were on parole, they're like, oh shit, you have to go.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Like they had to check in with like a probation officer.
Yeah, because usually like they do like background checks, like drug tests, like STD checks, like every type of test that you can imagine before you go on the show to make sure they're good to go. But I think they just like slipped under the radar. So, which is kind of a big thing.
We have an announcement in the villa tonight. It's not an elimination. There's actually a warrant out for your arrest. So you need to go. We're hiding a fugitive right now.
Yeah, no, it was really, really fucking nuts. But I was just, because it was $100,000 up for grabs, right? And at that point, like people weren't really making money, especially on that show. So people like for them, the money just meant a lot. But I was kind of just like, I'm not really here for money. I'm just here to have a good time.
So speaking of money, I know you kind of went against the house rules and hooked up with, was it Frances? Yeah, obviously her, but I don't know, I can't remember who else, but were you kind of just like, I don't really care about the money, I'm going to become famous already? Or were you like, I got to just like think with the right head and make this money?
Well,
which one?
It was more like I was just there to have a good time, and like I was in the process, like me and her were really like feeling each other. So and with these shows, like, you don't know if it's going to be big or small. And it was like one of Netflix's first ever reality shows. So we had no idea if it was going to be like a hit or whatever else. Like, so we filmed that a year before it come out. Oh God. Okay. Yeah. So it was like such a long time.
So before COVID.
Yeah.
You filmed it in 2019-ish?
Yeah. Okay. 2019. So it was a year, and they told us, they're like, oh, in 6 months maybe. And then it come to like, what was it, 2021 or 2020 when there was 2020?
2020, yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, we have a bunch of other reality shows that we have to post first. So you just don't know, because I think with reality shows, because we're like just normal people that got really lucky, they just hold information from you because they don't want you to go tell people and talk shit.
Got it.
So they just wait until the last minute, and then it's crazy.
Got it. Okay, so I heard recently you traveled back home to Australia.
Yes.
What is it like when you go back home?
It was a massive blessing to be able to go back to Australia, but it was really weird because I haven't been home since the show kind of come out, and I was like, damn, do people even know that I'm here? Or like, do people know I exist here? But it was really awesome. I was mainly just there for work. Like I was on a quick work trip. But I actually had a guy try and fight me at the opera house.
No way. Why? A guy you know? Or just a random...
never met this dude in my entire life. But I was with my sister just had a kid, so I went to go see her, and we're having we went to the zoo. We had a very awesome day. I was with my sister, the baby, and her husband. And we went to the opera house. It's lunchtime, and there was there's a lot of people there. And these girls asked for a photo, and this one guy was he kept saying something and talking shit and trying to be funny. And I was I just didn't really care. And then he got right up here. He's oh, how big is your dick? And I was well,
it's pretty big.
I was like, it's clearly not as big as yours if you can do all this shit. That's crazy.
You're like Pringles can.
Yeah. And then he he started I don't know. And then he was fully normal, and he went in his little shell. And then as I was walking away holding my sister's baby, he started talking shit. I'm yo, what are you come on.
Even with a baby in your hand.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know, people, I think that was the most interesting interaction going back home, because I'm damn, why? Why are dudes so aggressive for no reason? I just existed.
Isn't it? People are so weird. You think going home, people would be supportive, proud that somebody from their place is making it big, but instead they just hate with an insane amount of. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was so bizarre. I'm dude, what is going on?
Now, is your family supportive of what you do? Or are they kind of on the fence still? Or
nah, nah, they're good. My family's great. I just with my family, we're very disjointed. I have 4 half sisters, 1 brother, and my parents split up. They actually got divorced while I was on the show, while we were filming.
Oh my God. Which
is really weird, because you don't have your phone or anything, and you can't check in and make sure everyone's okay.
You came out of it, and it was
it was done. I was oh, sick.
Oh my God.
Could be you guys, but
they're so Kobe Bryant died. The world is under lockdown, and
yeah, no, it was.
There's
this
thing called monkeypox that's about to invade the world too, and your parents are divorced.
Yeah,
also.
yeah, yeah. No,
here's $100,000. Here
you go.
That's funny. So you also won Heartbreak Island, correct? Yeah. And what was the first thing that you spent the $100,000 on?
I spent it all in a day. So it was a terrible financial decision. But I was if I have this money in my account, I'm gonna spend it. So I should invest it. But it was just
it didn't work.
no, it was so stupid. I went to this flight center where you buy flights with all my friends. I was I'm taking everyone to LA. And
oh my God,
I booked all my friends' flights to LA for a week.
First class, I'm guessing.
Yeah, no, it was so stupid. And then I sent $30,000 to my sunglass company, my first ever business. I was yeah, I'm gonna invest in this. I'm gonna make it really cool. And then I bought an app, because it was a white label app, because I wanted to do a fitness brand.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But I was a skinny little rat at the time.
Okay.
So it didn't
match up.
No one's I don't look like this guy. He looks like he's starving, so I don't want to look like him. And then we flew to LA, and then I got scammed the first night we landed.
Who?
At one of the clubs. It was $26,000, and I was okay, well.
By a promoter?
Yeah. I think what happened was, because I didn't know how the LA scene worked, or how clubs work here, and I got a table, right? Mm-hmm. And they're oh yeah, it's a $5,000 minimum, and I was okay, sweet. I don't know how that works. And then they put a bunch of girls beside us on the table, and oh, it's my birthday, it's his birthday. And I was whatever, I don't give a fuck. And me and my boys had drinks, and everything was all good. But they kept ordering drinks, and I guess it was on our table. And then,
of course, yeah.
But the issue was I saw the charge come through that night. It was $15,000. I was damn, this is crazy. And then the next day I woke up, it was 27 or 26.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was bizarre. So then I was just yeah, I gotta not do that anymore.
That was your first taste of LA.
Yeah, it sucked.
So speaking of LA, how long have you lived here now?
3 years.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So when did you start getting recognized? Immediately, or was it kind of?
Well, because the show was in the middle of quarantine, it was really it was weird, because your whole life is changing on your phone, and you can't go outside and meet people. You're just with your friends in your apartment doing mushrooms, and I'm oh, this is what the fuck.
We love a good batch of shrooms.
Yeah. But I was I don't know what the fuck is going on. And then I think it was the first I went, because there was no gyms open. We were running at UCLA, just running the stairs and working out there, and this girl come up was freaking out.
Yeah.
And I was what's up? What's good? Why are you freaking the fuck out? She's what are you doing here? What is going on? And I'm I don't know. I'm just working out. And she's can I get a photo? Whatever else. And I was sure, sweet. And then we had this full conversation, and then I started running with her. And she's like, why are you so nice? I was like, I don't know why the fuck you're talking to me. Like, it's really crazy.
Like, am I not supposed to?
Yeah. I went and bought her like a hat and like a bunch of shit. Like, I was like, damn, thank you for like being really nice. God. Yeah, I think her name was like Zila or something, but she was That's awesome.
Funny.
Yeah, she was studying like med school, and then she brought me like a hat as well.
Damn.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, like on the other end of that, what were your when you first started seeing celebrities, were you like, oh my God, this is like so different from my small town kind of, or?
Yeah, it was kind of like it feels like a weird dream when it all starts like kicking off, and then you see people that you like have always like idolized.
Right.
And I don't know, it just never really felt real. And I think that was probably the best thing about it, because I never like freaked out or whatever. But I was also, when I first started going out, I was like super fucked up. So I'd see these people and I'd be like,
yeah, just like shit-faced and
fucked up. Yeah. So I don't know. They probably all hate me.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so jumping into your career, I heard you were really, really big on manifestation, which we love here. Do you think that most of your success has come from just being, super good looking and funny and smart, or do you think
wow, can I hang out with you more?
That's the only time I'm going to give you a compliment on this podcast, so save it. No, I'm just joking. Or do you think a lot of it comes down to just kind of like maintaining a really positive mindset?
Yeah, I think it's all about like mindset and exactly what you said, like a positive mindset. I didn't realize I was manifesting until like someone like gave me a word for it, and then ever since then I don't know. I think the biggest thing is for me is like writing my dreams down, and then because like the worst thing that can happen is you put them on a piece of paper and they're like out of your head. Yeah. But like I don't know, I just started like writing down like all this crazy shit that I wanted to happen, and then it started happening, and I'm like, okay, well I need to do more of this stuff. So I don't know. I think it's like there's an element of manifesting that's like fully real, but you also have to be proactive. Like you can't just like get a piece of paper and like flick it away. Yeah, and hope this works.
I'm gonna wake up with like $1 million.
Yeah. It's never gonna happen like that. You have to be like work towards
taking steps to make it happen.
Yeah.
So what was your first social media check, and what was it where you were like, holy shit, like I'm actually gonna be able to monetize and make this insane living for myself off of my following?
I think my first like big moment was, it was before the show when I was like doing DM closing. Do you know what that is? Mm-mm. So you like run like targeted, I sound like a nerd, but you run like targeted ads on your Instagram story and like Facebook story, and then you get people to like funnel them into like a DM channel. Oh, cool. Okay. So they DM you, and you have like this script where you run through a script and you explain kind of like what you're selling, whether it's a course, whether it's this or that. And I was just reselling like people's courses because I was verified. Yeah. And so people would obviously trust you a little bit more. So you run them through the script, and then you send them like this video, and then you just like close them on the sale. So before that, I was like, this is when I first moved to LA, because I don't know what the fuck I was doing. And I was, just like selling these courses. And I think, when I made like 30,000 in a week, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. But then after that, like, it's a lot easier to make money online. Right. I was just trying to figure the fuck out, but yeah.
So have you had any experiences where people who maybe you thought were your friends, you realized were kind of just using you for like clout, or, just to be seen with you or something like that, and you were like, what the hell? Like, this is kind of...
I think it's inevitable in LA. Like, I'm sure you've experienced that a lot, but I think that like, I never hold it against anyone, because everyone comes to LA with a dream, and they're going to do whatever the fuck they can to like get it. Yeah. So I've had a lot of people, whether it's like with like financially like trying to hold something over me, or just, I don't know, I've been out at dinner with people, like if there's paparazzi will try and like get beside me, like I'm like, bro, you're not gonna get anything out of this. Like, this is actually worse for you than it is for me. Like, this is terrible for you. But there's been a bunch of moments, and there's also like a bunch, like with TikTok drama and like social media drama and shit, like I don't know, people always trying to like rope you and stuff, and I think I'm kind of just like, ugh, who cares?
Yeah.
Like,
you have to just be cautious of people.
Yeah, sure. Just like get a job.
Yeah. Hey guys, so I just wanted to hop on here really quick and give a shout out to an amazing brand that I love and that I work with very closely called Streetlight. So when I found out that I was going to be doing a podcast, I knew that I wanted my set to reflect kind of the energy and the vibe that I wanted everybody to feel, which is fun and bright. So Streetlight works with legit neon artists, and they curate specific personalized signs right down to the last detail. style, and they did so with me. We took a few weeks going back and forth on the design, and they did not stop until it was exactly what I wanted. And then they went to production, and it could not be any more perfect. So for a limited time only, they're going to be giving 10% off to my amazing followers. So for a few days only, they're giving my listeners 10% off any order. Just make sure to use my code at checkout, and the code is on air, and that is streetlight.com, STREETLYTE.com, and tell them that I sent you. Make sure to tag me in all the photos and videos of you with your brand new neon sign. Love you guys. So do you have any projects that you regret working on?
There was this one, I don't regret working on it, but I regret what I did on it. So we filmed this like Pepsi, it was like a mini series with MTV.
Okay.
Where it was like a bunch of people from reality shows.
Okay.
And it was like, we're going on dates. But I was such an idiot to this girl that I was on a date with. Like, I had a drink, and this is like, imagine the first ever date that we're on a mountaintop. It's gorgeous. I have this drink, and I'm like, ugh, I had a sip. It was kind of gross. I throw it over my shoulder, and the wind blew it all over her. And so this girl was like, what the fuck did you just...
How strong was this wind that it could pick up a drink? Are you sure, Harry?
No, it was...
You can tell us if you tossed a little bit of liquid on this date.
Crazy.
It's not a big deal.
No, because we were like right on the edge of this hill, and like the wind was coming up, and it went all over the back of her hair. It was like cherry. It was like sugary, like
hilarious,
sticky.
Though.
So bad. And because it was like promoting like this new Pepsi like flavor, so she went, she's like, okay, I'm gonna go see these other people on this date, make sure they're all good. I'm like, all right, whatever, I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
She comes back, and by the time she come back, I had opened up like this coconut, and I was like eating the flesh, and then
okay,
yeah, no,
so barbaric. Yeah, so I'm gutting the coconut.
No, she come back, she was like fully like, what the fuck is this dude up to, like what a weirdo. And then I had the Pepsi can, and for some stupid reason, I like smashed it on the coconut, and it just sprayed all over.
This is a very elaborate date. Yeah, Jesus.
This poor girl was just. I think that's the only thing I look back at.
So was
like,
it sticking to her hair? Did she
yeah,
have, like,
she was so pissed
flies
off.
all over her? Yeah,
Yeah, she'd have a shower. Yeah, so
Damn.
Never.
So what did Pepsi do? Were they like?
They thought it was hilarious. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, this guy's so
They're
dumb.
like, we dealt with the whole Kendall Jenner scandal. Remember when she like put the rose in like the guys? We could handle some cherry Pepsi on a girl. So how do you find a good, now that you've been doing this for like a little bit, not a little bit, for 3 years, how do you think that you maintain normal life and social media and fame and just like staying, down to earth?
I think, I don't know. I love having conversations like this where you like sit down and like get to know someone and really like let your, I don't know, show your personality. Like with TikTok and especially reality TV, like they only show like 10% of your personality. Yeah. And I think that's been like the best part is like you get to connect with people by doing like podcasts and like talking to people and keeping things moving, but also like just keeping like real people around you. Like all my friends aren't in this industry at all. Like they actually run businesses, they do their own shit, and they're very like switched on and like trying to move forward instead of just being like caught in this bubble. Like I want to hang out with this person for followers, whatever else. So I think that's been the biggest thing is like making sure that there's like a direct separation in like, this is my real life. Yeah. And then like social media, podcasts, whatever else is like just an extension of that.
Totally.
So, yeah.
For sure. So speaking of fans and followers, have you had, besides the girl coming up to you when you were running, have you had like any kind of crazy incidents with stalkers, fans, stage 5 clingers?
Yeah. Yeah. No, they
okay,
come around.
Tell us.
No, I had this, I don't know, like for some reason, I think because I'm hypersexualized and I'm an open book. Like I talk about everything that goes in my life. When some people meet me, they seem to think that like that's an invitation to like grab my dick. Like I've been at like, I've seriously been at like, even like it was like a boxing match. And people like come up and like, I'm like, yo, what are you like? I don't know.
Women?
You. Yeah, women. Yeah. Like it's really interesting. I'm like, yo,
so weird.
But it's also, they're
just like, hey.
Yeah, like grab my ass and shit. I'm like, yo, like you can't do that. Like that is, it's not fair.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah. It's even at like, when I was like going out and shit in Miami, like I would be at the club and there would just be like, people like touching you and shit. I'm like, damn, like I'm really a piece of meat. Like,
yeah.
It's crazy. There was also this one guy when I was like at dinner with my friends. He's like, "I'll give you $5,000 to come back to my house." I'm like, "Bro, what? In what world?"
Oh my God, I bet. Like, obviously women adore you, but I bet so many gay men are also like, "Oh my God, like, just do a video of you touching yourself. I'll give you 20 grand.
I love the attention though. So
yeah, of course. I mean, you can't be like, no, like, you know.
Yeah, I'm like, bring more of it actually. Yeah,
good.
feed
Well,
my ego.
you're confident in your own sexuality, so I'm guessing that's why you're so.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so what has been your biggest goal that you've achieved so far?
Oh, I think the biggest one is kind of lame. Is just being on Netflix. I think that's like just a crazy thing. And I've done like a few shows with them now. There's like Flores Lava. And then I have like we host like red carpets with them.
Yeah, oh, that's awesome.
Which has been great. But I think that's been like the biggest goal is just working with them and having like such a good relationship because they're really amazing.
That's amazing.
People. Yeah.
So what do you think is one common like misconception a lot of people have about you?
I think people seem to think like because I was on a reality show that I'm just like a massive like fuckboy like dickhead, which is also what I play into online. But I think when I like sit down and like talk to people, they're like, "Oh, you're actually
so much more than
just obviously a normal dude."
Yeah,
totally normal. Like social media and reality shows where they're showing like a crazy part of you is people kind of like have that like stick on you.
Yeah, they just think you're just kind of in one box.
Yeah.
So would you say that your sex appeal or like looks kind of work for you, or do you think that sometimes they kind of keep you again in like a stereotype, just like a jock? Like
I actually didn't think I had sex appeal until you started talking about it.
Oh no, you do for sure.
Oh really? Well, yeah, no one's really ever said that to me, so.
Are you kidding?
No one's ever been like, "Oh, you have like sex appeal." People are like, "Oh, yeah, everyone, I don't know, they say I'm like really ugly. They say I'm like ugly and like, I don't know, not handsome if you want to tell me." Yeah. But
do you think it kind of like,
I guess.
It goes against, it hurts you, but then you prove yourself. You're like, I'm more than just like a,
I think,
you know?
I think because I post like some pretty, I don't know, I post pretty raunchy shit and also like, I don't know, I love like just not having clothes on. So I think people are just like, "Oh, well, this guy's always horny." So maybe that's why it helps. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go into the speed round. So we kind of got to know you. Now we're going to go what's it called? Rapid fire? Yes. Yeah. Okay, so are you ready for this? Something that you hate that everybody else loves.
Something I hate. Chiropractor videos.
Oh my God, that's actually a good one. Okay. Yeah. Craziest place that you had sex?
In a church.
Okay.
And in a cemetery. The same day.
Wow. Okay. Who was your first childhood celebrity crush?
I think Hannah Montana.
Okay.
Sure.
Got it.
Yeah.
What movie title best describes your love life at the moment?
Good Luck, Chuck. Yeah. Yeah.
What is your favorite smell in the world?
Oh, I was gonna say something crazy.
Are you gonna say the word?
I was gonna say something crazy.
Does it start with a?
No. Favorite smell in the world? I think puppies.
Puppies? Okay.
Have you ever smelled a puppy?
Yeah, they smell
so
good when they're very small.
Yeah, not when they're like ugly.
After
and,
like the 4-month period, they start to smell like a dog.
Yeah. Smell like shit. Yeah, I think puppies smell fun.
What do you spend way too much money on besides nightclubs and all that stuff?
Watches.
Okay. What's your favorite one?
I think this one because I just got it. But
got it.
I was just.
What's the most expensive one you have? What is that? Richard Mille?
Yeah, I haven't got there yet. Because this last month I made a stupid bet with my best friend that if he lost like 40 pounds in 3 months, I'll give him $50,000. And he's like, "Oh, I actually want this watch." So I just got him like a watch.
Do you have like bookies on the way with like a baseball bat to like break your kneecap? Should we be lock the doors? No. Don't make any more bets, Harry, please.
No, I'm terrible at that stuff. It's the only bet I've ever done.
And also don't wear them out in LA right now with all the crazy crime going on.
Silly.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Insane. What's something that makes you feel really good? Like just happy, relaxed.
I think float tanks. Have you done those?
No, but I've heard a lot about them.
Yeah, I've been doing those. Have been really good, and I just waking up early, just working out and getting sun.
Got it.
So fucking lame.
Yeah.
I'm so vanilla.
No, but it's easy.
Yeah.
The simple stuff works. Your go-to karaoke song. You're like out with your friends. You're at a karaoke bar.
Donald Trump by Mac Miller.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in handcuffs and why?
Yeah, I've been arrested a few times. The first time was I was a piece of shit kid, and we decided to break into this restaurant and steal their cooking wine. It was disgusting.
They're cooking wine?
Yeah, I don't know. And then we went to a
were
campground.
that desperate to get drunk?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
Like, they have some Listerine in the back too.
And then we started smashing like letterboxes and stuff, and then this guy hit me in the head with a stick, and they arrested me.
Jesus, how old were you?
I was like fucking 15 or something. But yeah, the second time I was just arrested for willful damage.
Damn.
Because I just started like ripping stickers off this wall, and it turns out it's like a big like marketing sticker on this store. It was like daytime, and I was like, fuck.
Oh my God.
Arrested me.
Did you have to like pay a fine, or what did you have to do?
Yeah, it was like $400 for the one panel, and then I got arrested, and I was there. It like locked up for like 6 hours. So
damn.
It sucked.
Okay.
Yeah. Good times.
What's the last text message that you sent?
Damn, what is the last text message I sent? Well, that was to my manager. My phone is so dry.
Is it?
Yeah, the last one was my manager, acting coach, the lady that books my flights.
Good though. This is all like productive. You're making stuff happen.
This really tall guy, my other manager,
acting coach,
agents, business partner.
Okay, so speaking of that, this wasn't even a question, but since you brought it up, is that something that you want to get into, acting, or?
Yeah, I think just entertainment. I love entertainment, and it's another element of it. So it's
awesome.
Yeah,
I could definitely see you in some movies, right, guys?
Yeah,
no?
I've been in some movies, but those ones can't go on screens.
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
those are the ones you need like an account on Brazzers,
or
yeah. Hot pool boy seduces MILF. I think I saw you in that one.
Yeah, you did see that one. That was a good one. Yeah, only went for like 30 seconds, but it was crazy.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the weirdest thing you've ever done to make money?
When I was first
referring back to the last question.
Oh no! When I was in Australia, some dude offered me like $800 for like sweaty undies.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
Okay.
And then he couldn't pay his rent. I felt really bad. I was like, dude, I can't send the money back. I'm already like
you
embarrassed.
Risked it all on your Calvin Klein's. That's pretty sad.
It was awesome.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I didn't have any money at the time, so I was like, this is sick.
Yeah, whatever. It's easy.
Yeah.
What's your biggest fear?
Losing my mom or my dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one.
That's a little deep.
Do you like butt plugs? Full switch up.
Okay, so I know you don't drink anymore, but when you are drunk, it's 3 a.m. What is your go-to? Like, you're gonna order you're gonna order some like really bad food, pizza. What do you get?
Well, because
Taco Bell.
I don't think I've ever had Taco Bell.
Oh my God, you're missing out.
Yeah, I don't think I've. Apparently, you just shit yourself.
I mean,
it's perks of the job.
It's a good drunk food, but it's not really anything besides that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like, I guess being Australian, when they have like McDonald's, so I just like go crazy for that. But yeah, I don't know. I go really crazy for a quesadilla. So
yeah. And what do you order when you go to McDonald's?
Everything.
Chicken nuggets.
Literally everything. Because I'm a big frame, and so are my friends. So they just
order whatever.
We just clear them out.
Got it. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to switch over to the questions that I got from my followers when I announced that you were going to be on my show. Wow. Okay, so they're a little bit crazy. But if you could wake up and be a member of the opposite sex for one day, so say you wake up and you're a hot girl, what would be the first thing that you do?
Finger myself. Like, what the fuck?
Finger yourself.
Are you crazy? Okay,
I don't think girls finger themselves anymore. There's sex toys now.
No, okay, but you have
1 second.
You have one day to figure out where everything feels good, right? It's like guys don't know what the fuck's going on half the time. So you're
let me do.
Like, where's the G spot? Because apparently there's 4 types of ways that you guys can come.
Yeah.
So I would spend the whole morning of that day figuring that out, and then the next part of the day I'd go and manipulate men and like try and get them money out of them.
Okay, so you're like a scammer. I like it.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so if you could write your own law that everybody in the world had to follow, like, you know, the drinking game, like, what's it called? Queen's Cup or King's Cup? When you have to make like a rule and everybody has to abide by it, what would you choose?
No one wears pants on Sundays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Even like gross. This is everybody in the world though.
Yeah, for sure.
But
everyone's sexy to someone.
Okay. Even like a big, fat, sweaty, hairy guy.
He's probably got a good cock on him.
Okay, I like that. If you came with a warning label, what would it say? Too hot to handle? No.
Where do I begin? There'd be so many. I think just
something about being like.
Yeah, I'm just always laughing at everything. I don't take
at
anything too serious.
Okay, got it.
So it's probably a bit of a red flag.
Weirdest nickname you've ever had?
Oh fuck. Well, this girl nicknamed my dick. She said it was a boyfriend dick, and that's kind of where that started. So
but doesn't that mean you kind of have like a mediocre dick?
Well, she said it's like, it's not too big, it's not small, it's just perfect. It feels right. And I was like, that is really hurtful.
Yeah, you're like, is there a compliment in there somewhere?
Yeah. I was like, that doesn't actually feel nice.
She's like, it'll do.
But no, that was the first thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go out there and like warrior for my boyfriend dicks and friends.
So you want to be more like the one night stand dick?
No.
Is that more of like a savage?
Okay. Here's the thing. One night stand dick, the big fucking scary fucking salamis.
King Kong, yeah.
That's a one-off.
Of course.
A guy like me, 8 times a day, and everyone's walking happy. There's no issues at all. Like everyone's having a good time. It feels good. You know, it's going to hit the right spot. A guy like that, he's going to get like half in and you're going to be like, ooh, get out. You know? I wouldn't know. No one's ever said that.
You don't want to have to take like an ice bath after.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Grossest personal habit?
Grossest personal habit, I think, I don't know. I like, again, back to the chiropractor thing. I just love getting my neck cracking myself all the time.
Got it.
And I think some people think that's like really gross.
Yeah, like if you're just always cracking your joints and stuff.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
not
like
that
all
bad
the time.
though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Strangest rumor you've ever heard about yourself?
Oh, there was some guy saying that I fucked him. I was like, yo, I didn't even know you.
You're like, was it good?
Yeah, I was like, tell me how I was.
Are you sure this wasn't the night that you spent $30,000 in the club in LA? Because it might have happened.
Yeah, it probably was crazy. But I was also like, yo, if you got to spread a rumor, like, make sure I sound like good.
Yeah.
Like, make sure I was the craziest dick of your life. Like, fucking hell, I got a reputation to uphold.
Okay,
crazy.
I like it.
Yeah.
If you weren't on Too Hot to Handle or the other show, which Netflix show would you want to be on?
Sexy Beasts. Have you seen that one?
Wait, don't they wear like these actual beasts?
So fucked up. Yeah, I mean, it's like actual like full on like fox heads and like everything like that. So I think that one because it just I would just love to do the makeup process and just walk around like a fucking frog.
Yeah, frog.
You know, that would be fun.
Okay, I love it. Let's see. If you were stuck in an elevator for 24 hours, which song would you choose to play that you would never get sick of?
I think "Keep Your Head Up" by Andy Grammer. For some reason, that was on the way over here. I don't know. I feel like that's a good song.
Oh my god, I just listened to it the other day.
So
Somebody posted it.
He's such a nice guy.
I don't know. I just heard it. Somebody posted it. Maybe it was like, I don't know, Catherine McBroom from the Ace Family. Somebody, do you know what I'm talking about? And I was like, this song is so good.
Yeah.
It's called Keep Your Head Up.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just so excited.
Okay, guys. So we are also introducing this brand new segment to my podcast called The Bachelorette. So in case you aren't aware, I'm actually single. I know, shocking. So we are going to be enlisting the help of my guests to find me some potential suitors. Woo. Do you think you could find me a guy? Well,
I'm going to ask you a couple questions and figure out your ideal partner.
Okay.
So what is your type in 3 words?
In 3 words?
Or 3 sentences, I don't know. It's your show. Yeah. Like, fuck.
Supportive, successful, and private. I don't like people with like big social media accounts. Should I take it out? Should I read it again?
Very good. Do you like athletes or musicians?
Honestly, neither, but if I was going to choose, I would say musicians.
Why?
Because I feel like they're more creative. Athletes are not, I mean, I'm not trying to generalize them, but for the most part, I think musicians would be more creative and intellectual than athletes.
Yeah.
So.
And then tall or short?
Tall. I'm tall, so.
What's your ideal height?
Just taller than me. I mean, I'm 5'8", but I always wear shoes, so probably like
5'7".
Yeah. Little pocket puff.
Famous or non-famous? I feel like you just answered that.
I mean, preferably non-famous, but that's very, very limited, the pool. So I guess I'll just have to deal with somebody who's maybe famous, you know?
And then looks or personality?
Personality.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair. Well, I don't know. You never know.
Okay, guys, so based on the questions that Harry just asked me, he has picked 6 eligible bachelors, and we are going to do a couple rounds of elimination to find me the perfect man. So, are we ready?
So Adolf Hitler. No, I'm sorry. No.
Everything but the mustache.
Yeah, no. Okay, so first one, I want to go like for actors. So I'm thinking Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
Or Zac Efron.
Chris Hemsworth.
Why?
He's just hotter. I think he's just sexier. I don't know. I feel like Zac Efron is good looking. He's, whatever, but I feel like he's not like... I like more of alpha male. I feel like he's kind of passive.
Fair. Okay, next one is Devin Booker or OBJ?
Devin Booker.
Why? What makes you say that?
I don't know. I feel like OBJ is a little... I don't know. He gives me like kind of a different vibe.
Dave Portnoy or Monty Lopez?
Oh my God. Dave Portnoy for sure.
Really?
First of all, Monty Lopez is the worst. And also I know Dave Portnoy like personally.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Barstool's like how I got my start.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And I love all the stoolies, but also Monty Lopez is literally the biggest tool in the world, isn't he?
Wow.
No? You don't think so?
Well, I agree and disagree.
He's like, actually,
he's always been nice
my
to
best
me.
friend.
No, he's always been nice to me, but the shit he's doing is
He's like, you know that question about the last text that I sent? It was
Yeah.
actually to Monty.
Yeah.
We're going to dinner tonight.
Well, that is
Don't
it.
you think he's like embarrassing his family?
Oh, he's embarrassing like fucking crazy. But like I think I deal with people on like a personal level, like how they treat me.
Got it.
And he's always been nice to me, and I also don't want to put like negative words out there about other people because I wouldn't want them to say it about me.
You're right.
But what he's doing is fucking embarrassing, and I'll tell it to his face.
Yeah,
So
totally agree
that's
with
okay.
that. Okay, so
Oh yeah, out of those.
So Liam Hemsworth, Devin Booker, or Dave Portnoy.
Chris Hemsworth.
Who did I say? Liam Hemsworth.
Whatever, same person.
Whatever Hemsworth, one of the Hemsworth brothers
Yeah.
would be my choice. Whatever one, isn't one of them married though?
Yeah.
So the one that isn't married,
Liam.
I would go with, yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's a good dude. He's a good looking dude.
You know him personally?
No.
I didn't know.
But he's a good looking dude. I actually saw
Must be nice to be in the Hemsworth family. No, I'm kidding.
I saw Chris Hemsworth at a bar when I was back in Australia, and he's a huge human.
Is he?
Yeah, he's just like very like
Bigger than you?
Oh, he's not taller than me, but he's very like wide.
Yeah.
He's like a truck.
Got it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Throw you around.
You heard it here first, guys. He's a beast. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so we had a blast today, and let us know also what are the next projects that you're working on.
Look, I have my weekly Spotify dating show. We
Okay.
talk about sex and love
Damn.
and stuff. So it's fun. So that's pretty much
Cool.
it. If you want to listen to
And acting classes, endorsements, billboards going up soon.
Oh yeah, all that shit.
All that good stuff.
Acting, yeah. I'm in a movie, but I can't talk about it.
Oh my God. Okay, well, we'll
There
stay
we-
tuned. So
yeah,
keep
you'll
everybody
see.
updated and let everyone know where to find you if they don't know.
You can find me at harryjowsey.com.
Got it.
.com.
Jowsey.com.
Just Harry Jowsey. Don't put
He's a big deal, guys. He has a website.
Not harryjowsey.com. Don't go there.
Oh my God. All right. Well, thank you so much, Harry.
Thank you for having
We had a
me.
blast,
Yeah, thank
honestly.
you.
It's been a pleasure. All right, guys. Thanks again.